So Professor Liu is going to use the playtime solution to teach you the concept. There are quite a lot of new concepts here. We need to pay attention how to do it. So first I open this playtime solution and I click on SLM. Okay, so it will go back to my solution. Okay, it will have my my incomplete solution. So every student will start with this. All right, so if I have this right now, I'm going to open my main form. All right, so now once you open your main form here, you will be able to see, this. All right, so because I teach this in the other class, so I need to change my my default layout. I always want to ask you go to reset window layout, say yes. So I have property. Okay, I have property windows here. Then I only need toolbox, so I'm going to leave the toolbox here. Okay, now at the meantime you will see, let me put this a little bit smaller. This smaller, you'll have this right now. So let's do this right now. Okay, let's do this. Okay, question number 1. Let me pull on this to a little bit bigger size. And if you know the answer, make sure you give me the answer on the chat room. Okay, question number 1 say, what is a text box? So I have a text box here. What's a text box? All right, so the text box has a name. The text box has a name. So who can tell me this text box name? This text box name is right here. Who can tell me this text box name? Hold on, let me clear this. Make it this. You can see the text box name. Okay. So, in order to do that, I will scroll all the way up here. That's easier for you to see. It's okay. So this is a lot of new concept you need to learn. So please be patient, but also try to start to learn the new concept for programming concept, because you need to program it right now. All right. So first, who can tell me what is text box? What's text box? Anybody tell me?
TXT name?
Uh, no, yes, but what text box for? What text box for, Richard? Twine already tell me a text box gives the user to enter data. So name your enter Twine or your enter Richard. Is that right? And the text box name right now, when you name it, okay. So you already find out. Let's go to second one. The second one. Who can tell me what's the second text box name? If I scroll all the way to the top, what's the second text box name? TXT address. So right now you already know if it is the text box. If it is a text box, all right. Conventionally, you are going to use a 3-letter prefix. Who can tell me that 3-letter prefix? TXT. Got it right now? Got it right now. So if this is a text box, we start with TXT. So think about this right now. So text CT, before I enter this, before I look for the name, can you tell me how you will name this text box? The third one. How you will name this text box? How you will name this? Anybody? Tell me. Yes. Juan, yes, you will call it text CT. So how about here? If go to the text date, how do you call this? How you will call this? How you will call this? How you will call this? Text date. How do you call this? Text zip. Yes. Okay. Now let's take a look here. Label. Okay. So some of the label here. Okay. So let's take a look here right now. Let's take a look here. Oh, my fault. I need to clear this. Okay. So come here right now. The blue one here. That's still a text blue. Because now let me find a label. Let me find a label. Okay. So let me see. Oh, this one we call label. Okay. So now some of the label. Okay. Can you tell me what is a label for? A label is for what? Information. So we displayed information. So for example, if you order 5 phone and 5 blue phone, 10 pink phone, I'm going to tell you the total phone. So I provide information. This is also a label. This is also a label, but we don't need to name it because we don't need to program it. All right, but this label I need to program in the future. So to name it is very important. All right, so can anybody find out this label's name for me? Anybody, please? Gerardo, label total phone. Can anyone find out these labels name for me, please? Good job, Joe Roja, right? Yes. Now, at this moment right now, can anybody tell me if that's a label? If that's a label, what's a prefix for the label? What's a prefix for a label? That's number 5. Prefix one. LBL. Yes, LBL. Okay, great job. You don't need to. Another thing is you don't need to name every label. Understand? If you don't need to program it, don't bother. But in case you need to program it, and you name this one. Okay, great job, great job. And let's take a look this one right now. Let's take a look this one. This one is a. Can anyone tell me what? This one is what? It's a button. It's a button. Yes, Edgar. Yes. So if a button, then can you tell me this button called what? Anybody go? It's called, no, we don't call BTN calculator. Gerardo, that's a good way to do it. But take a look how this pre-made program, partial made program called what? Can anyone find? See, that is called Edgar. Great job. It's called BTNCA Cal. Okay. All right. Let's go to second one. Second one. If you go to your pre-made what's this called? What's this called? It's called BTN Clear. How about this one? How about this one? What's this called? It's called BTN Exit. Super, super, super duper. Okay, so now you realize right now, hey, what's the first 3 prefix? If you are going to if you are if you are going to name a button, what's the 3 letter? What's the great job, very very good. Now I need to move on here right now. Okay, so first of all, this you probably know, but I'm going to move on and explain to you. So for example, this is a label, and we don't name this label. This label we don't need to name label. This label 17. I don't need to name it. All right, because I don't need to program it. But make sure you know this. Okay, make sure this the auto size here, you always change to what? We yes, always change to false. Otherwise, it doesn't fit. You understand? All right. Now let's go to another. And also here, and if we have a label, we have a border. We always change to what? Border. So this one I don't have border. You see, I don't have border here. No border here. Okay. Now if I need a border, I do fix single. Okay. Now let's do another thing right now. Who has a question? Yes. Okay, let me ask you another question right now. Okay, let me ask you. Now I want to know whether you notice here. Whether you notice here, okay? You see, notice your name has N is underscore, address underscore, and calculator C is underscore, And did you see this underscore? Anybody, did you see this underscore? Oh, okay. Have you wondered what's that for? Okay, let me, yeah. That's for the access key. What happened is this: you have a keyboard. You have mouse. Is that right? You have mouse right now. So you click on these and you click on these to select. But in the phone or in a pad or a newer machine, you don't have mouse. You either use your finger to touch it or you use your keyboard to do it. All right, so we are going to later we're going to teach you the newer style. We use like swipe or touch something, but it's the same concept. But we're going to teach you use keyboard. Use keyboard. All right. So how do you do that? First, you are going to click on calculate button. Okay, I click on button right here, and I go to my text here. Did you see it's called calculate order, that's my text. But in front of the calculate order here, there's a special symbol here. Can anyone recognize what's that symbol right there? Ampersand. Ampersand. Who answered that for me? Who answered that? Good student. Okay. So now you put the ampersand. Once you put, so you don't have a I'm using mouse. You don't have that. Then for to uh to click. Okay, to click your button CALC. Okay, to click a button CALC, use keyboard. You do ALT plus C. Understand? All right, do you understand it right now? So if I have a mouse, I want to click on calculate order, I point to here, I press click. Is that true? But I don't have mouse because I'm using a pad. I'm using a machine. I'm using a phone. So I use a keyboard. So I use keyboard. I use what? ALC, Alt C. Understand it right now? Anybody? Anybody who don't understand this? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Now, Tuan asked me this good question. Okay. When you don't have a keyboard, all right. When you don't have a keyboard, but remember, when you don't have a keyboard, then you are involving to be the the machine you are using, the phone you are using right now. How do you select? Tap. Is that right? Tap, swipe, double swipe, left swipe, right swipe. What Twine, can you tell me what you are using on your phone to select right now? On your phone? Yeah. Alright. So remember, the programming concept is exactly the same. It's just name change. Do you understand? So in the future you learn Java, and we are going to create the app. Then you will find out that the code is the same, but we just adapt to newer type of environment. It's okay, but you just need to learn how to write it, then later try to adapt. Let me ask you a tricky question here. Calculate order. If you don't have mouse, you use keyboard, you do Alt C. How about calculate clear screen? Can I also do Alt C? Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea to do Alt C? No. Then which one you should do? You should do Alt L. You understand? So be careful. How about this? Should I do Alt E? No, Alt X. Depend on where you put that %. Do you understand? Well, so this is called access key. Access key. All right, the other thing we need to learn is this. Okay, the other thing we need to learn is this. All right, so on your, there are so many, there are so many object here, blah, 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 and to, you know, to see which one. So we want to give the user an order. So once we started, we have a natural flow. So once you click these and you go to next one, whatever. So that is called tab order. Tab order. All right. So this is designed by programmer. Otherwise it jump everywhere, right? So as a programmer, you need to design a natural flow for them. What do you think what's the best one? When you start this program, your key, cursor should land on where? What do you think? Yeah, very good. Very good. Who is this person? Tell me that. You are a natural programmer, right? So, yeah, should be name. So after user puts a name, what do you think next cursor should land on what? That's right. Okay, so we as a programmer, you have to design that. And you go to here, view, and you see down here, did you see tab order? Yes or no? Okay, if I click on tab order, there's a tab order here. That's how you design this. Understand? You design a natural flow and make this so user friendly. Yeah. So how it look like on website? Yeah, exactly. You make it user friendly. It's by you. All right. So if I don't need, so we're going to learn how to do this. And when I finish, I press escape. All right. Escape. You're gonna try it right now. Try to on yours. And you do view and you do tab order. Okay, try to see yours and press escape and the order is gone. And your job is create. Your job is create this natural flow thing. You understand? You're a programmer, right? You design this natural flow thing. All right, so let's do another one. Very, very important is this, okay? All right, so let's go back to the name here. The name, this box is called text box. It's called text box. Is that right? Can anybody tell me this is a text box? Is that right? It's a text box. Okay. So you are receiving like your name, Joe Roja Twine. All right. So, but I need to ask you one programming question right now. One programming question. Okay. Joe Roja, Twine, Perry, Daniel. What's this called in programming language? What's the data type? What's the data type when I put 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street, Whittier, city Whittier, California, 90. Name is Richard. What this thing called? It's character. And what this thing called in our language? What's the data type? No, not format function. Okay. Remember which? Perry. Thank you. It's called string. It's called string. All right. You're going to learn become a programmer, right? So it's called string. Is okay? It's called string. All right. So now I have a tricky question right here, right now. I have a tricky question right here. Can anyone tell me that blue box right here, blue box, is that a text box? So if this is a text box, the data you receive from a text box is string. Is that right? So, anybody find out this blue It's called what? Can anybody tell me the what this text box is called? TXT blue or something? Yes, did you find it? Anybody find it? Ah, yeah, text. How about this? It's called what? TXT pink. Very, very good. So if I let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you this tricky question. This tricky question. Let me see who can answer this for me. Okay? Let me answer this. So now I am going to do 5 here. I'm going to do 10 here. Okay? I'm going to do 10 here. Now, and I am going to do this is a number. I'm going to say total phone, okay, and equal to txt blue dot txt plus text pink dot txt. I'm going to do like that, okay? I'm going to do that. Okay, so does that make sense here? So the total phone is the blue plus the pink. Is that right? Does that make sense right now? Does that make sense to you? That's at this moment it makes sense. All right. So, but okay, yeah. Now, but the thing is right now. Okay, if you add it, what is 5 plus 10? What is 5 plus 10? 15. But you won't get 15 for this. Instead of, you will get 510. Instead, you'll get 510. Can anyone guess why? Can anyone guess why? That's right. Because remember, this is a string. This is a string. Is that right? When string plus string is this. Okay? If I have a string plus string, they just concave them. You understand? So if I have two words together, they just concave. So if I have 5 plus 10, they just do like this. And I have if I change this to 10, 5, so what they do is they concave them. So you need to learn this right now. You need to learn this is what happened is we concave them. Do you understand? So we have to use a very important thing. It's called vowel to change this text to a number, to change the string to a number. So that's a very important is your number 20. Your number 20 is very important is here. We have to use a very important function. It's called vowel. It's called vowel. All right. So vowel will change your string to a number. All right. Then you can add and subtract this and that. Okay. So that's the most important concept. And for this chapter, the rest of them, I hope you can get from the solution. I do have a solution. If you don't know where's a solution, can I click this is solution for you? Here is a solution. All right, so you can see the solution, but the most important is there's a solution because as an instructor, I really don't want to create, just hurdle. But I wanted to learn. I want you to learn. So I do explain this for you right now. I hope you like it. I really hope you like it.